What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugashu. We are back with another Musume video. This video, we are starting to train for the next CM. Pretty much, I did say this yesterday, and I also did say that we were just gonna train Agnes Tachyon, because why not? Haven't used her pretty much in a while, like almost a year, I would say. So we're gonna see if we can bring her back for this CM. If she can be one of the top 3 Umas I trained. As for the setup, pretty much is going back to the medium turf setup we've been using. So 2 stamina, 2 speed. Which is I'm borrowing Almond Eye, using My Still in Love, and then the 2 usual stamina cards, Super Creek, Air Shakur, and then my Speed Symbol group card along with Measure Ramano Wise card. And that is pretty much the setup. We're going to go jump into the runs. And before we do jump into the training and into the comments, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. There's a channel called Circle Quest for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join, it'll let me know that you want to join the circle. Then after that, head over to the comment section or to the circle request channel in the Discord server. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, I was gonna say we can get the run started, but here we are. Here we are. Although I am training for the CM in this video, for the last remaining time before the Leah Heroes, I'll still try to squeeze in some trainings prior to it, just to see if I can get a slightly better one. If not, then it is what it is. It is what it is. Power. Nope. Well, with that being said, let's start going over the comments with the first batch or first few comments from Eugen. The first one says early lunch and we'll comment later on. Oh, my first. We'll eat hot dogs for now. Well, I hope you enjoyed them hot dogs for lunch. Noah responded saying, lucky mustard being first. I guess. I guess. Next comment from Eugen says, looking at the next Pac Alive guest, Yaino Muteki, Rhinecraft, and Air Messiah. Yes. Eugen Tanoki did mention that yesterday. No Twin Turbo, maybe they are the wedding bride though. Yaino already having ninja costumes, so more like Air Messiah and Rhinecraft. It should be. The next banner should be, or at least with the next event, story event, it should be the June Bride event, so. But I don't know. Doesn't it feel too recent for Air Messiah? I feel like she hasn't even been a year. Let me go check. Oh, let me go check. Air. Yeah, she hasn't even been out since November, so I don't know. I don't think she would get a alt that quick already. So it could most likely be Yaino Muteki for the bride, if we're going by release date, because it's way too soon for Air Messiah, because even a lot of characters from last year didn't even get any. So I doubt they'll go for Air Messiah. Doubt. But moving on. Oh, last training for League of Heroes. Wait, I haven't done my first training for League of Heroes. Yeah, doesn't seem like you did. I think I did randomly try one yesterday, but retired because the support card setup was bad, so did not finish the debut phase. And then, indeed, Jufufu piqued my interest, regardless of stats. It's just how I like Chingy, but sure. I will make weight or do something to get her. Like, you can worry about Jufufu, but you gotta make a decision on whether or not you want to pull for Ishuin first. If you don't want to pull for her, then perfectly fine. I say the same thing for every game. Pull for whatever character you want. But you are still responsible for your account. So just because you can pull for anyone, just because you want to pull for anyone you want, or try to pull for anyone you want, doesn't mean you neglect your other characters or just builds in general. Because we know where that's going to lead us. But other than that, that's going to be pretty much it from Eugen. Thank you, Eugen, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. Oh. Next comments are going to be from Nova. I can, if YouTube can stop scrolling up and down when I'm looking for the comment, or when I find a comment, it literally, or when I try to expand it, it swapped the location. It would scroll down or up. Anyways, well, started this new scenario with some manual training, and I'm taking notes from that game Torah guide. This scenario is interesting to me, but probably more RNG heavy compared to mecha scenario. I agree. It actually does feel a little bit more RNG because of the snaps and all that. I don't think I'll go back to that one. I still have a month to get used to this scenario. Uma is always fun in the first week of learning a new scenario. Well, to me anyways. Auto does take the fun away from the game. Says the guy who wanted scenarios to be faster, and the guy who doesn't do as much runs as to prep for the CM and all that. But at the end of the day, it's kind of funny to hear you say that auto takes away the fun from the game when kind of makes things more convenient for you, since you don't typically, from what it sounded like this whole time, you don't typically sound like you enjoy the training process. So I thought the auto feature would be more in your favor, but it seems like it doesn't. It seems like it doesn't. All in all, though, the auto doesn't really, it does help for the most part. Maybe just getting some runs out of the way, but to get the best training possible, you can't be doing manual. At least that's the impression I've gotten. Maybe because I don't have the best support cards. Maybe people with better support cards can do better auto. I don't know. Genuinely, I don't know. But moving on, Pure Ether is kind of bad right now. Yeah, I did try it. I did try it, like I said, with Astra Juin and Vivian. It's a weird mix. It definitely is a weird mix, I will say that. But that's the reasoning. That's the reason why I said a while ago that I feel like pure element teams are not the thing. Like, are not like the best thing to do, I guess I should say, because I haven't really ran a mono team at all in Zenless. Or have I ever thought about it? I've been pretty more focused on, when it comes to team composition in Zenless, either having at least 2 from the same faction just so I could use that Bang Boo, or in like Vivian's case where her Bang Boo only needs 1 from Mockingbird, then I can plug and play Vivian pretty much anywhere I want without worrying too much about the Bang Boo. At least this is my thought process. Which is why I didn't go with the Qingyi comp with Anbi, because I was like, I could use Pulchra, she Sons of Caledon, and add Caesar into that. Hence, my Anbi team became what it is. So yeah, I don't believe in mono teams when it comes to Zenless, to be quite honest. So, yeah. The main thing for me has been like, obviously to quickly get rid of the enemy. Or main DPS should be the weakness. Everything else can pretty much be whatever. I would say like your support can be whatever. Because Astra is ether, Caesar, physical, Lucy, fire. And then if you want another support or stun, in my opinion, it doesn't have to be the same element, but if it's a stun, if you want, I guess, better impact or days towards the enemy, then obviously matching the element would work better. But I've been fine without any mono teams, so I ain't gonna worry about it. Which makes me worrying about the characters I just want to pull for even more of a priority than elements. Because at this point, besides physical, I pretty much have most of most elements covered when it comes to the main DPS, at least. Because other than that, these supports, the other 2 spots can just be plug and play. At least that's my impression. But let's see. I hope new character coming. I hope the anniversary won't stir controversy, but it seems that's the norm these days, whether it's a big gotcha or small gotcha. It's just people being annoying, I guess. Annoying, greedy, and all that. It's just people asking for more than what the company's giving, pretty much. I don't really care. Been playing gacha games for so long, and I've never really complained when it came to like anniversary rewards and all that. So I'm just gonna not even care. Like I've always been. I'll hear about it and all that, but I'm not gonna care. In terms of effort and duration, I think WoW still takes the cake when it comes to storytelling. Compared to when it was 1.0, it has come a long, long way. No, this storytelling is good, but at the same time, a lot of people who plays these games don't necessarily care about it, unfortunately, since Hoyo games, I'm pretty sure even Kuro in the beginning, that's why they had the skip button early on for the story, is for those who basically is not there for the story, does not care about the story and all that. But for us who does care about it, I will admit that Wuwa does an amazing job. Said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Does an amazing job with their storytelling. But I finished floor 15 and saw the animation where all the waifus and Kalkuro gathered. I find it funny that Carlota won't interact with Contarella. I guess lore-wise, Carlota might not even know what the Phasalia head looks like. I can agree with that. I can agree with that. She may not even know who Contarella is at that point, so yeah. The new floors did get harder and more grindy, but that's still fun for me since using Zani. A lot of bosses die fast before Zani can get through her combo. Farming for Brenton is going smoothly, but the money shells needed to level him, and the weapons are drying up. I might actually need to spam shell drops. It's funny how you mention that because I didn't realize I was running out of money or shell credits in Wuwa. I guess all those echo farming has finally caught up to me. Or improvements in my echoes have finally caught up to me. But I believe after Chacona, I'm gonna do some shell credit farm because I'm running out. I'm running out as well. Now that you mention it. I think I'll go with the bottom one. It's time to wallet, especially if Google won't give me what I want. I'll swipe for justice. Is it really justice if you're spending your own money? Is it really justice or copium? I think it's just copium. Bringer was changed by something else entirely. That is true. That is true. There was a recording of him in the hollows saving people after the collapse. He met this creature and that led to him changing completely. I feel bad for Ji though. She respected him a lot. I don't know who else plays Zenless and whoever watches the Uma videos besides Eugen. But I guess it doesn't matter if we mention anything story related, because Eugen will most likely not know about it. So I guess it's okay to talk about Zenless story. As for anyone else, I don't know who actually. Because even when I jump into the Zenless channel in Discord, it's mostly just Eugen and Nova. So I guess it is safe. It might be safe. Safer than I assume. But I don't think Chun-Li, Carlota, Shorekeeper is a solid team, so I'm gonna say I only have one. Funny because I swapped between Chun-Li and Jinxie for the Carlota team for a while before Contarella was released. I would say it was an alright team. It was an alright team. I was actually doing pretty well with the Jinxie Carlota comp with Shorekeeper, so I'd say it was alright at the very least. The first ending took like 40 hours, but that's a prologue because the true meat of this game is reaching the 100th ending, and that is a true ending. You just need to do all the other endings. In a sense, it's the ultimate visual novel. It definitely seems that way. 40 hours in, and that's just a prologue? I'm trying to understand how this goes, or trying to get an understanding of it. I guess the question is the only question I'll pretty much ask to avoid any major descriptions, I guess. I only really want to know how it is. So is it basically 40 hours in, but since it's just a prologue, was it pretty much different things, or were you doing a lot of the same things to get the different endings you got for the first 40 hours? Or going through the whole 100 endings pretty much is a combination of doing the same thing, but also the, I guess it would be if you're going for other endings. I don't know where I was trying to go for, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of an understanding on how the endings work. Just because I'm curious. Just because I'm curious, to be honest. But it is interesting. So the true ending is the 100 ending. I just kind of want to know the process to get there. Not know the process, but have an idea. But I guess the only way to answer that is to play the game myself, huh? We'll see. I do have it in my wish list because I did see it, like I said, a month ago, and I was pretty tempted. But the reason why I haven't bought it is because I haven't really had time to sit down and play any other games, which would also explain why I haven't really been watching anime for a while now. So yeah, we'll see when. But also I have a 5-star Christmas agree, but I still don't care much, which is why I find it weird that, you know, you'd be pulling and whatever else I said, because I'm pretty sure I said something in this I feel like this is in regards to Rick's comment from the last video, but I don't remember, so yeah, we'll just keep it at that. Personality is one thing, but with yours truly, it's all about the assets. Yes, which is why, for the most part, when a character gets released and they don't have set assets, I'm like, Nova doesn't really care. And then there's a few more. Flower and Sky are meh. I think Eugen likes them small. Like kindergarten small, or even preschool small. I don't know what you're thinking. But Rick says, that's crazy Eugen slander. I think he just likes petite. I'm pretty sure I said the same thing before as well. I'm fairly certain I said the same thing like a year ago. Nova says, I like hags. Tell Eugen to fight me at dawn. 1v1. We're going to settle this. I don't know if there's anything to settle. We already knew that Eugen liked petite. And you liked your, I guess, hags, if you were going to say that. But you liked your big assets. It's just pretty much all it is for you. Eugen says it's the shapes that counts. Shape? I don't know about that. I don't know about shape. I don't really think about the shape. Nova misunderstands that I like small because he always general all is small, but like Rick says, yeah, petite. Yeah, it's petite is the right terminology. Nova it's just Nova. And then Nova says small equals petite. Oof. Well, that is to Nova. That is to Nova. Yuhi Ghetto. Ghetto. I said it as ghetto. Well, failed 50-50 for Talulu in 20 pulls, but got her in the 10 after. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? I lost my 50-50 to her also. And in the next 10, I got her. I don't remember if it was 20 pulls, though. Was it 20 pulls? That is one thing I don't know. I don't know if it was 20 pulls. I'm gonna log in. As you guys can probably may have noticed, I'm logging in through PC, so it won't necessarily distract me. Or it did. Hold on. You guys probably saw a black screen for a couple seconds, and that was pretty much, I don't know why, but I'm gonna try that again. I am curious. Okay. I had to fix something on OBS. It picked up the girl's frontlight window, even though I didn't have it set up. But let me put this on the opposite screen so I can keep going over comments. As I failed the 50-50 early and then bam. Oh, wait, man, this happens to me more frequently than others. I failed the 50-50 early and then bam. I don't want to say anything, but if you guys do want to check it out, because the next comment is going to be from Nova, is going to be from the Wuthering Waves video. And it says, my pull was insane. 80 pulls and the dude came home. Like the third copy of the Ice Dude. So I went ahead and went to Hard Pity. It was some epic swiping, I'll tell you that. But yeah, saving everything now for the next 2 banners. And then congrats on the crazy. Now if you want to see what that crazy is, be sure to go check out the Wuthering Waves video. I'll go into more detail of that, I guess, next week. If I bother mentioning it, I guess. But for the most part, it's the first time I caught that on camera, let alone it happening to me in general. So be sure to check it out. It was, to me, it was pretty crazy at the very least. Other than that, thank you, Nova, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. And Rick and Eugen for replying. And then the next comment, or I should refresh because I see 2 of the same comments from Rick. Let me refresh just to see if I'll just go back to 1. Or not. Or not. It'll just keep showing me 2 of the same comment. But it is the only comment from Rick, and it is the last comment. So, it says, heard Fire Emblem. I love Fire Emblem. Tactical games are not for everyone, but I love it. I would probably say Fire Emblem is probably the only, if not one of the very few tactical games I've played in general. Not even recently, just in general. Yeah, it would be. But I do love it as well. Nova says, Engage was my favorite on the Switch. It's corny, story, I know, but I love the character designs. I played all the Switch ones. No complaints. No complaints. But I would say mine would probably be 3 Houses. The only reason being, and I think I'm just biased, is because of Byleth. Female Byleth. I don't talk about no male Byleth. Or even Shaz for, what was it? The Warriors version of the 3 Houses? Was Shaz, right? Yeah. And the reason why is because I think it's me being biased. Not only because I did enjoy the game itself, the games itself, but I do also use Byleth as one of my mains in Smash Ultimate. So, yeah. I say one of my mains because obviously I made different characters before, but I don't know. I would say she's my top 3 character in that game. So Rick responded saying, I haven't bought Emblem yet. I have a playthrough of Radiant Dawn unfinished, and I'm thinking of buying it after I finish Radiant Dawn. I'm assuming you haven't bought any of the recent games then, or the Engage one. Wait, Engage was with Allier, right? That was the one, the red hair, blue hair. I remember that was the most recent one. I did do a gameplay of that. I did do the whole story, if I'm not mistaken, and most of the DLC. I think most if not just the first DLC. It was a fun game. It was a fun game. But I have played Awakening Fates, or Hoshido, Three Houses, Heroes, Path of Radiance, and Radiant Dawn. Fire Emblem games to me are just good. Nova says Three Houses and the Warriors Three Houses games were pretty cool too. Three Houses gave me a sense that their story is pretty interesting. And then Eugen says, I think I did before. Heard it, but I forgot then. So I'm gonna just assume you haven't played a Fire Emblem game based on that comment. Is what I'm getting out of it. But other than that, thank you, Rick, for all the comments, and Nova and Eugen for replying. Appreciate it as always. But with that being said, thank you once again, Eugen, Nova, and Rick, for all the comments. Appreciate it. And if you guys are one, I still have Girls Frontline loading because I've mainly been logging in on my tablet. So me logging in on my computer, I gotta download the recent update. So we'll see if it will finish by the time I finish this training. Well, no, yeah, I do enjoy Fire Emblem games. The last time I played was basically the last time I played Engage, which was... When was the last time I posted an Engage video? Let's see the playlist. April 7. At least that's what it says, last updated. I don't think I did any of the Three Houses. Was maybe the Warriors one I did. Let me see. Did I do that one? Yeah, Three Hopes I did. I did do that one. But I don't think the first Three Houses I played. I don't think I recorded that one. Yeah, I don't see it. But we are in summer training now. It's funny that I'm using the typical setup that I used in the beginning of the scenario, but my stats feel the same as it would when I was using the one stamina, one gut setup. So it's kind of weird to me right now, but it is what it is. Did I not like that comment? I think I will rest. I know I still have 2 more dates to go through, so let me actually do that. But for the most part this weekend, I don't think I'll be able to post the companion story for Chacona later today. I'll do that over the weekend. Other than that, I don't know. Other than that, is there anything else I need to do? Probably do the Star Rail story. Another like 8 hours for the updating. For the recent update. So that might just be the only two things to do besides the usual. I don't think there's anything else coming up this weekend. There is a boba shop doing a collab with Wuthering Waves. I might drop by. I might swing by and try out their collab drinks. Might. But other than that, besides that, I don't know if I'll be doing anything else. Please tell me. I haven't logged in Girls Frontline on my PC in a while that they wanted me to log in again. Also, for HBR, I have been playing, I just haven't been... I've just been more training, because training characters I should have trained before. And then also I need to go clear some content. That way I can at least try to get Tachibana or Yui, however you want to call her. But I am in... Well, let me see. Was that the same as you, or was it not? Details, records. Yeah, it was pretty much the same. Because I went on the third page, it showed that I got Tololo. And then the next poll, within the next 10 polls, it was literally Yui. A one. Yeah. What do I want to do here? Well, I guess this is the first training for the CM, so I guess it doesn't matter. We'll just do this one. Well, no, yeah, I did get Yuhi as well. Pretty much the same. Same way, I guess. But is there anything else coming up? Or anything that I plan on doing over the weekend? No? I don't think so. I don't think so. But we are pretty much at the end of the training. So let's just finish the race. get our stats, get our skills, and end the video. Since I know for sure I won't be using this one specifically, because it is the first training. We have like a whole month to train for. So we'll be fine. We'll be fine. Next video though, it could just be one of the usuals that I normally train. Whether if it's or Ida, Cap, or Ferv again. Duramente. Teo. The reason why I ended is because I don't want to just keep using it. But yeah, there's a lot of Umas I can use. I'll probably go over my Uma list and see who else I would like to train. Might as well give it a shot. Maybe even Cheval Grand. Maybe I could give her a comeback because I haven't had really a successful training with her, to be quite honest. Yeah, to be quite honest. So I wouldn't mind actually getting a good training out of her. So we'll see. We'll see when Monday comes up. And I'm just pretty much just picking whatever skills seems familiar or what I would pick if I were to use her. But for the most part, it's a lot of just the same skills because I've seen them before. I've seen them many times before, and I've used them for other Umas in the past, so yeah, I'm just gonna continue on. Well, for the most part, it seems like we took most of the skills that she had. I guess for the last one, let's go with that and whatever. Whatever. We did get an S in medium distance, which is a given. I think we have a chance to also get it for turf. I think turf or leader. Hold on, let me actually check this, because I don't remember. In 2000, okay, so I don't want that one because it's 2400 meters. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to make sure. But it's a UE and all that. It's fine. Could have been a UD if it was a little bit better, but it's fine. We got like a month anyway. Okay, we'll just go with turf. It's fine. It is a turf race, so I wouldn't mind it. But ended off with 1727 speed, 1243 stamina, 1199 power, 957 guts, and 1007 on wise. Kind of curious about the wise. Wise has been more or less an issue, but it could just been a RNG thing. We'll see in the future. That is my best trained Tachyon. So if it was a year ago, yes, it would seem like that was the norm about a year ago. So not much of an improvement, but it is the best trained one. So with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys have made it this far, I want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. Let me know your plans for the weekend, besides the League of Heroes, I guess, and also an idea of who you guys would want to try to train for the CM, I guess. And if there's anything else you guys want to talk about or ask me, or your plans for the weekend or anything like that, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as it's appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, the link is also in the description. There's a channel called Circle Request for those who haven't joined a circle or are looking for a circle to join. Y'all are free to join the circle that I'm in. It is called Shushu. Once you give that a search, hit request join. It'll let me know that you want to join the circle. And then after that, head over to the comment section or to the circle request channel. Let me know that you sent the request along with your in-game name, just so I can make sure to add you into the circle and not somebody else. But with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.